Hey, this is Hans. It's time for the Ramen Raiders Top 10 South Korean Instant Noodles of All Time, 2016 edition. Alright, to start things off, I know everybody's going to be expecting Shin Ramyun Black, both very popular Nong Sim varieties. Unfortunately, I haven't recently been able to get the South Korean versions. What you have to understand is that this is a list of varieties made in South Korea. And Nong Sim has a big factory down in Rancho Cucamonga, California. So next time there's a top 10 list for the US, you'll probably see a lot of Nong Sim products in there because they are made indeed in the US. However, this list is only products that are made in South Korea. So anyways, so if you're going to have a hissy fit about it, don't, because that's just the deal. I try to keep, when I do my country lists, I try to keep them in the country, not out of country manufacturers, blah, blah, blah. I will say, though, if the South Korean varieties of the Shin Black and the Shin Ramyun are as good as they've always been, they would make it on this list. So, yeah, anyways. So let's hit it off with number 10, Paldo's Coco Myeon. Now, when this came out a few years back, this was a really, really popular variety. It's basically, God, it reminds me of kind of like the flavor of jalapeno cheddar Cheetos, but a little bit different. It's just got a really nice chicken flavor and a jalapeno spiciness to it. I think they call it like spicy and mild or something like that, but it's good. It's really, really good stuff. If you like chicken with a little hit of spiciness to it, this will do you right. Nice thick ramen noodles. One thing I should mention is in a lot of forums, especially Reddit, people will be, oh, I love Korean ramen. Well, Koreans generally make what's called ramyun. Ramen noodles, in instance when they came out, are usually thinner. And usually chicken-based. Well, in 1963, when South Korea started producing their own instant noodles, they referred to them as ramyun, and usually they were beef-based and with thicker, heartier noodles. So kind of, it reflects more of the cultural aspects of their cuisine. So, yeah, ramyun. If you're talking about South Korean instant noodles, you're talking about ramyun, not ramen. So that's there's my little hissy fit. So anyways, yeah, Coco Myeon, definitely a good one, easily found in the US, good stuff. Number 9, again, Paldo with their Jam Pong Seafood Noodle King Bowl. This was really good. Jam Pong is usually like a spicy, rich, aromatic, seafoody concoction of wonderfulness. It's very red, very strong. Generally it has like all sorts of different kinds of seafood in with it. It's kind of like a seafood stew. And it's really good. So this is another one I would say you should be able to find this one fairly easily, especially if you have like an H Mart, a 99 Ranch, the big chain Asian groceries in the U.S. I've never been to one, but I guess another one is Great Wall back east. And there's Mitsua, Ninja, although that's more of a Japanese style. Wajimaya out here. There's a whole bunch of shout outs to my favorite stores and some that I'd really love to check out. So anyways, yeah, Paldo, Jam Pong, good stuff. Number 8, Samyang Foods Nagasaki Jam Pong. Now, this is another Jam Pong. Actually, this is the Samyang Foods Red Nagasaki Jam Pong. It's more red than the regular Nagasaki Jam Pong, which is, I believe that one had more of a creamy color to it. The red is more along the line of your standard Jam Pong, which is more of a seafood stew. I think the other one was just kind of just a lighter color. Anyways, good stuff. A little bit of heat, a little bit of everything that you want in a seafood stew kind of thing. Number 7 is the Paldo Stir Fry King Bowl. I don't have it written down right on here, but basically it's a big bowl and you drain off all the broth, and it's like stir-fried vegetable and kind of thing. And it's good, and it's super spicy. It's definitely one to check out. This one's pretty prevalent these days. You can find it all over the place. It's kind of, there's a line that they came out with. This is one of them. The Jam Pong Big Bowl, that's another one of them. They also made a Jajangmyeon bowl, which is also really quite good. So, number 6, Nong Sim veggie noodle soup. Now, this one, they do now make this in the U.S., but when I reviewed it originally, it was the South Korean variety, so that's pretty sweet. But the fact that they make it in the U.S., it should be about the same and should be even easier to find. They even now make it in a cup, which is really nice. This one is surprising because it reminds me so much of Shin Ramyun, but it's vegetarian. So I've got some vegetarian friends, and I'm like, always wondering, what do I recommend to them? And nowadays, this is it. It's like, go get some of that Soon veggie noodle. It's good stuff, and it's not so spicy. It's going to blow your head off, but it's got a kick to it. And it's got a nice, rich flavor. I mean, it's pretty hard to tell the difference that you're not having like a standard, regular, good old, beefy Korean ramen. So, good stuff. Number 5, new on the list, is the Nong Sim jajang noodle. Okay, this one, I saw an article about it in the news. I basically have my news readers all kicked in to look for instant noodles, obviously. Yeah, I'm kind of a nerd like that. But anyways, this jawang apparently is really popular and has kind of taken the whole instant noodle world in South Korea by storm. It's kind of got a flat, broader noodle, not your standard ramyun, and it's jajang, so it's got that nice black bean sauce kind of thing going on, and it's hearty. I mean, and you get a decent portion of it too. I mean, you can't go wrong with this stuff. It's really good. It is definitely my favorite jajang noodle right now. They come and go. There's definitely a lot more that I haven't reviewed yet, but I'll tell you what, this one's awesome. I would definitely give this a check out if you can find it. It should be, man, I can't think of any Asian grocery stores right now that I haven't seen it, so you'll be able to get it. Number 4 is Paldo cheese noodle. I love cheese. I love ramen. Some people think the idea of having cheese with noodles is just disgusting, but I don't know. Italians do it a lot, so whatever. Yeah, I mean, and then there's mac and cheese. That's a noodle, kinda-ish. So, yeah, this stuff is like, you start out with your thick ramen noodles, and then you've kind of got your spicy beefy kind of broth. And then there's this nice little sachet full of cheese, and you just kind of put that all together and stir it all up. Broth looks nice, gets a nice heady color to it. Yeah, I love this one. I think this is I don't know if this has been on the list since I started doing the list, but it's been on the list a while, and it's even been in the top 10 of all time, big list. So, yeah, cheese ramen, boom. If you can't get this stuff and you can only get just like a regular ramen, like, I don't know, Hwa ramen, Shin ramen, Jin ramen, anything like that, get a piece of like Kraft singles. Just put some cheese on it. You'll be floored. Drop an egg in it too. Oh yeah. Number 3, Paldo Bakke. Now, Bakke is a cross between ramyun and tteokbokki. Now, tteokbokki, you get these little short rice cakes. I don't know. It's kind of like about that long, and they're like little tubes, and they're great. They're nice and light and chewy and just awesome. And the thing that brings it all together is the sauce, which is kind of almost like an adult version of I don't know, Chef Boyardee, that kind of red sauce. It's got a nice spiciness to it, a little bit of sweetness. It's thick. It's good stuff. Well, this stuff is basically like ramyun with that sauce. And I love this stuff. And now you can get it in the US too. So, still made in South Korea, but now it's imported. So, definitely hunt this sucker down. If you like good, nice, spicy Korean food, yeah. Number 2, getting down there, is Nong Sim's Jinja Jinja New. So, I don't know. There's a couple little tweaks they must have done to it because it tastes a little bit different, but God, I love this stuff. This was one of my favorite instant noodles for the longest time. Jinja Jinja means very, very, I don't know if you can see it, but back there I've got a poster for the stuff that I got years ago. I guess it's pork based, and pork isn't always the most popular thing as far as with noodles in South Korea. That's what I was told, but I don't care. I like it. It's kind of got a nice sesame seed aspect to it, and it's also got a peanut flavor to it too. It's really interesting stuff, and it's not your average run-of-the-mill ramyun. It's definitely got some... it enjoys itself. That's all I can say. So try it. If you're in South Korea, I don't think you can get that one in the US anymore, unfortunately. They had it here for a long time, and it was Jinja Jinja flamin' hot and nutty instant noodle. Yeah. So finally, we're to number 1, and this one blew me away. This is Choripdong Hurricane Rice Cake. Okay, so we're at the H Mart. We've got a big pallet in the frozen section, sitting right in the middle, and all these big bowls of what looks like tteokbokki, and then you look at it, and it's tteokbokki, and it's ramyun. Yeah, and so basically, this is a lot like the rabaki, except for the fact it's got the tteokbokki in with it. So you cook, you do it all up, and then you end up with this just awesome melange of hot, spicy, and sweet, and chewy, and noodly, and oh yeah, this is it for me. This is where it's at. This is, I've only had it once, and now I want it more. I want it right now. It's freaking good. If you really like Korean food, especially like Korean bar food, oh yeah, this is it. Tteokbokki is where it's at. Love this stuff. So anyways, that's the list. I know there'll be people who disagree with me, don't like the list, whatever. Send me a message, let me know. If you like the video, please subscribe. I've been told that I have a pitiful amount of subscribers, and yeah, that needs to change. Hopefully it will, so please subscribe. I'm coming out with interesting new stuff all the time. And yeah, check it out on Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram especially. Just look up the Ramen Raider on Instagram. And don't forget the apps. You can go and you can get the Ramen Raider app. It's for iPhone and for Android. The Android one is free, and the iPhone one will be free very shortly if it isn't already. It was 99 cents. If it's still 9 cents, why don't you just wait, and it will be free. Basically, what you can do with both of these apps is use a barcode scanner within the app, or you might have to install an external one. It'll tell you how to do it. It's easy. But what you can do is you can go to the Asian grocery store and you go, oh, that one looks interesting, but I don't know what it is. If I've reviewed it and I've entered in the barcode for it, the number, and you can scan it, and then it'll take you right to my review so you can see what's inside the pack and everything. So, yeah, give it a try. It's free, hopefully. So, all right, well, this has been Hans, the Ramen Raider, hoping you enjoy your day, and see you next year for the next South Korean list. And, yeah, Happy New Year. Bye.